Hi everybody, welcome back. Thanks for joining me. I've got a really important, really special, really exciting pour coming up that I'm just starting now. I've got some friends who moved over from the Ukraine to England when the war started. They have asked, and they're hoping to move back. They've asked me to make them a piece of artwork that represents the combination of the UK and the Ukraine, the two countries combined. I did a Ukrainian symbol for their friends, for our neighbours recently, and they really liked it, really inspired by it. But they want something different. They want the combination, just a painting to show the UK and the Ukraine combined, so that they can take that painting home with them to remind them of their time here in the UK. So I've racked my brains. I've thought long and hard about what to do. And I've come up with the random idea of a puzzle and puzzle pieces. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the Union Jack flag, the UK flag. I'm going to use the Ukrainian flag, but I'm going to put them on puzzle pieces. So I've sketched on some puzzle pieces onto my canvas. In fact, I'll show you. I've already filmed that bit. I'll time lapse it and include it in here to show you. So I'm going to be doing this in several stages. So first stage is the Ukrainian flag and the blue section on the Ukrainian flag. So really excited to start. It's going to take me quite a while, quite a few stages to do this piece. But let me show you the canvas. So this is my canvas already prepared, so 50 centimetre canvas. So my idea of the puzzle, so I printed out first of all a puzzle silhouette. It wasn't quite the right size, so I've then used a piece of cardboard and then drawn my own piece, my own puzzle piece. And then it's taken me ages to work out exactly how to position the four puzzle pieces on the canvas, because I wanted the same gap here and here and here and here. So I've basically drawn a cross, so all four puzzle pieces meet in the centre. So I drew round the puzzle piece, the piece of cardboard, in all four positions, but these little curves, they're a little bit uneven. So what I've done actually is rubbed them all out and then drawn another one which is symmetrical because I folded it in half, cut it out, opened it up, and then I've put that in every single position. So every single little bit of the puzzle is actually the same now. And I know a real puzzle, it wouldn't be that way, but I wanted it to look even. So if you can try and visualise this, then the next thing I want to do is put the flags on. So this half is going to be the Ukrainian flag. So I've drawn a line across. So you've got yellow and blue. I don't actually know which way around. I'll need to work that out. So one piece of this puzzle, including this bit, will be the yellow and one piece will be the blue. And then this side, you can see I've just started sketching on the Union Jack. So the white part of the Union Jack, I think I'm going to actually just paint plain white. But then the red here and here, and then the blue I'm going to do as fluid art. So hopefully that makes a bit more sense. The outside, not quite sure yet what to do. I'm thinking about putting some text or some writing, maybe a book or print something out and tear it up and put it around the edge in English and Ukrainian language. So the first piece of the puzzle is going to be the blue part of the Ukrainian flag. So I've put on some frog tape. I've heated the frog tape just with a hairdryer and just really tried to press it down. So I'm really hoping I'm going to get a tight seal around the edges of the tape. Now I had cut out this section here, which is obviously included in this puzzle piece, but like a puzzle, you have different parts on different pieces of the puzzle. So I've decided to tape that off. This is all going to be the blue section. Then I will tape this off, and here down will all be the yellow section. So my idea for the first blue section is to do a swipe. So I've got here some colours. I've got a phthalo blue, a white, manganese blue, and a brilliant blue. Oops, if I can get it. All by Amsterdam. I've put in some silicone oil, some coconut milk hair serum into each, because I'm going to swipe and I'm going to then torch it to hopefully get some cells. So let me show you the consistency. So it's reasonably thick, but it pours really nicely. And this is mixed 2 parts PVA glue pouring medium to 1 part paint to about 1/4 of a part water. So there was just a little tiny bit of water in there. So what I will do, I want to do like a stained glass swipe, which involves just drizzling the paints all over. Then I'm going to swipe, and I'm thinking I'm going to swipe, I think in this direction, towards the edge, so I can swipe off the canvas if I want to, instead of it pooling up here. Now I think this colour, the manganese blue, is the dominant colour. It's the most similar to the Ukrainian flag, so I want most of that. So I'm just going to drizzle this on. And the reason I quite like just drizzling on randomly is because then you get lots of little tiny cells. So instead of just some big clumps of the same colour, clusters of the same coloured cells, it should hopefully have a nice sort of even balanced effect over the whole section. So to swipe, I've just got a piece of thin plastic. I'm going to swipe. So if you imagine that this is the bottom of the canvas, this is the top of the painting. So I'm going to swipe so it parallel to the band of colour, the blue in the flag. And I'm going to swipe horizontally, but I don't think I'll go in a straight line. I think I'm actually just going to go in a slight wiggly line just to give it a bit of interest. So let's start down here. So it's just touching very gently. It's just touching the paint. And then I will just wipe that off on my worktop. Right, so I'm going to torch now, and again I'm going to torch, I think, in lines in the direction of the swipes. So I'm actually really happy. I'm not going to scrape it and do it again. I'm happy first time, which is fantastic. I've just looked at the colour of the flag again, and I'm happy overall with this colour. It will darken a little bit as it dries. And look at the beautiful, beautiful details. I'm really happy. There's just a little bit of white, a little bit of the darker showing through. I feel like I've got the balance pretty good. I like the white because it gives the contrast, but if you have too much white, it's obviously just not going to look blue. So yeah, I'm actually really pretty happy with this. So I will now let this dry, then take up the tape, and then I'm next going to move to the yellow part of the flag. So I will then tape around here again, and then I'm going to do the same, exactly the same technique, but with the yellow colours. now ready to pour the final section of this painting. So the red went really well. I pulled the tape up and I was so happy with the red underneath. I'm not adding anything to it. I'm leaving it exactly as it was when it was wet. I really was happy with it. So that's obviously dried. I've now put tape over the red and over the white stripes. So now what you see here, these white bits, this is going to be the blue, the dark blue part of the Union Jack. And again, I've just smeared a little bit of white paint in the at the joins where the tape meets the canvas, just to try and seal it, because on the other side of every single line here is it's going to be white. So I'm now putting blue on, and if that seeps under, it will be, well, I just don't want it to seep under because it will be more difficult to cover up by adding the white again afterwards. So I want to have some colours that are in keeping with this part of the blue Ukrainian flag, but the blue Ukrainian flag I think is lighter blue than this. So the Union Jack I think of as being darker. So I've got some phthalo blue here, which I included in here. You can see little bits of it. I want the majority of this to be darker, to be the phthalo blue. It's mixed to my Dutch pour consistency, Dutch pour recipe. So this is 2 parts PVA pouring medium, 1 part paint and half a part water. I'm also going to use this blue, and this is primary cyan. And again, this is in the Ukrainian flag. But the difference this time, I'm going to use silver. So if I put white in here with these other colours, the whole effect of this will go lighter. But I tend to find if you use silver instead of white, the silver stays together more. It doesn't sort of leak into the other colours and lighten it. That's what I tend to find. So I'm going to just put a hint of silver in. The other good thing about silver is that it gives cells often. Not always, but it often gives some cells. So this is going to be Dutch pour. I'm going to drizzle the colours on, and then for each of the 4 sections, I'm going to blow from the innermost point outwards, sort of in the direction of the triangle. So it will be a contrast to the red, which is all horizontal. Right, no cells at all, but wow, I really like it. So much work has gone into this painting, but I have absolutely thoroughly enjoyed every second of it. So there were so many different stages. I'm so happy with the result. I really think it works. It gives the effect of the combination of the UK and the Ukraine. I think it shows them merging and being as one, standing as one. It was definitely the right decision to remove the lines. I had the lines there and there so it was going to be 4 puzzle pieces, but it didn't look right. So it was definitely the right decision to remove those lines. So it's just 2 pieces now, 1 big puzzle piece here and 1 big puzzle piece here. Let me show you up close. I added a few little lines just to create almost like a bit of a shine, a bit of dimension to the puzzle pieces. The background has worked beautifully. So it was just the text about Odessa and about Cambridge, where we live and where my Ukrainian friends live. So it was just from Wikipedia. I ripped up the paper, stuck it on with PVA glue. The writing has smudged, and that is just brilliant because it takes some of the, or it just reduces the contrast of the writing slightly. So a really, really happy accident. I used a Posca pen just to highlight the puzzle pieces. And then last minute, I just created a border. So painted gold and then black Posca pen just to create like a little shadow to it. And that just seemed to pull it all together. The actual paws are so pretty. So you've got the ribbon paw there in the red, you've got the Dutch paw there in the blue, and then of course the swipe yellow and blue here for the Ukrainian flag. So it's really been a good challenge, this painting. I really tried to roll with the idea from the client or from the friend, to symbolise the UK and the Ukraine combined. Yeah, really happy, and I'm fascinated by the idea of a puzzle piece, because war is such a puzzle to me, to a lot of people. So I think that, I just feel like that's quite symbolic as well, puzzle pieces. Great, thank you so much for watching. Please let me know what you think. Please do hit the thumbs up button if you like it. Great, take care everyone. Bye.